Thousands of fans from all over the world have gone to Brazil for the World Cup. Most flew. One guy, though, he did it a different way. He rode 8,000 miles from Calgary, which I understand is in Canada, all the way to Brazil on horseback.
I feel great to be here. I love soccer. I was born in Brazil, and this was a dream of mine. So I just, I'm finishing a year and 2 years in the saddle. That was just a lifelong dream.
Filipe, we're incredibly impressed by you and what you've been able to accomplish, but how about giving the horse some credit?
Exactly. This is Bruiser next to me, a quarter horse from Montana, one of the 3 heroes that walked 8,000 miles from Canada to Brazil. It's insane. They're warriors.
They really are warriors. Talk about that. You have 3 horses. You probably got to rest them a little bit. And some of the encounters you had along the way, I hear, included a grizzly bear.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine a Brazilian and a grizzly bear. Just not a good matchup. I had no idea what to do. They gave me, it's funny because the rangers in Montana were like, you need to pack heat. You need to take a gun. I'm like, I can't. I'm from Brazil, I'll get arrested. They're like, all right, here's a can of pepper spray. And then I actually saw the grizzly, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with a tiny can of pepper spray? It was the scariest moment of my life, but we got through it. Bruiser fell in a large hole in New Mexico. One of the scariest moments of the trip. Frenchie got hit by a car in Mexico.
Oh, no.
Also, just one of the worst moments because these horses are like my children. I spent 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the past 2 years with them. And when something happens to them, it just breaks your heart because they're everything to me. And but with a lot of work, took care of them before I took care of myself. I always fed them before I ate. I always gave them water before, I drank. And it's paid off because today they're in Brazil in perfect shape, and they'll be retired here and rest for the rest of their lives.
You have to translate for them, obviously.
Not a bad way to spend the rest of your life down there in Brazil. So what's next for this unique little family that you've built over the last 8,000 miles or so?
So now we're riding to Brazil's largest rodeo. We'll get there at the end of August. And there's going to be a big party. They're building a statue of the horses and I that will be in the rodeo grounds forever. And then we'll retire the horses, make sure to get a lot of green grass, water, and on to the next project.